Hi there. Welcome to Sugar Glider Diaries. I'm Kimberly. I'm outside soaking up some vitamin D. I don't have my babies with me because I'm outside, but I promise I will show you a clip of them at the end of this video. So today I wanted to talk to you about something that is kind of on my heart and mind, and I'm really hoping that it's going to come out clear. It's a very kind of touchy subject, and so I just want to make sure that you guys know my heart from the beginning is not to judge anybody or to tell somebody what they should do with their life. But it's something that I see a lot in the glider community, a lot of Facebook pages, Facebook groups for sugar gliders, where people are saying that they're considering rehoming their gliders. And so I wanted to talk about what I would consider to be reasons why you shouldn't or why you should. Obviously, the only person that can actually make that decision is you. If you're considering rehoming your glider, no one can make that decision for you. It's your life, it's your animal, it's your dynamic at home. You understand all of the moving parts and no one else does. So I just want to say that first and foremost. But I think what happens a lot of times is people think that they need to rehome when I would maybe argue that they don't. And just give me a second before you jump to conclusions about me bossing people around or something. What I'm saying is the reasons I see listed for why they're considering rehoming. Now, there may be other reasons that they're not listing, so that is a possibility. But if the only reason why you're considering getting rid of your gliders or rehoming them is because I see two main reasons that come up. One is they don't have enough time to spend with them, and two is the smell. I've done another video on smell, and so I'm just going to link that in the description box below, and you can take a peek at that. I really, truly, from the bottom of my heart, think that that is a solvable problem, that that's not something that should be a deciding factor. I totally get it though. Like if your gliders, if you feel like the smell is just overwhelming, like I get it. I get that maybe you didn't anticipate that happening and now you're thinking, oh my gosh, what have I done? But there's a couple things that really help with the smell. And so I would really strongly suggest trying those things before you rehome your gliders. They're not super expensive. I mean, the most expensive piece might be a air purifier, but besides that, like the solutions, well, and frankly, if you have to neuter your male, that could be expensive. That being said, if you're considering rehoming, unless you're rehoming to somebody that doesn't care if their house stinks, most likely that person is going to then rehome again, and then that person is then going to rehome again. So what I would really encourage and strongly recommend would be to take the amount of time that it takes to save up the money to either get the air purifier, try that out, and or neuter your male. I know that some people may not like that answer, but if you're passing on a stinky glider to someone else, I think the chances of that being a successful rehome is probably pretty slim. That's just my opinion about that. I'm going to be done talking about the smelling factor at this point because I have a whole other video on that I'll just link in the description box. The other thing that I wanted to talk about is that you don't have enough time to spend with your glider. I'm going to keep this short and sweet. Spending time with your glider is like icing on the cake. It's like cherry on the top. Having an extreme bond or a bond with your glider is wonderful, and I strongly encourage it. Obviously, I have tons of videos on my page about how to foster that bond, and I think that it can be very fulfilling for the owner and for the glider. But now this is a huge but. Anyway, I'm like super immature. Anyway, this is a big but. Okay, anyway, sorry. I don't know any other way to say it. However, this is a huge however. If all you have is your glider is safe, they're in a nice large cage, they have toys to play with, they have a good staple diet, You've provided a safe environment for them, and the only thing that's lacking is your time with them. They are living a good life. They are not neglected. They are not suffering. If your glider has a friend, not you, but another glider in their cage, they are getting plenty of fulfillment from that relationship. If they have a relationship with you, that's just icing on the cake, cherry on top. Once you're providing a safe, stable environment for your glider, again, a nice large cage, toys, a wheel, a good staple diet, safe environment, safe toys, everything else is just bonus. It really is. I mean, I've gone seasons of my life with my gliders where I haven't paid them hardly any attention. I'm just being totally honest. I went through a period where there was a lot of stuff going on in our home, and I was prioritizing other things over spending that extra bonding time with my gliders. There was some reasons behind that. I won't go into all of that. But the fact of the matter is, they were fine. They were totally fine. They were happy. They were healthy. So if the biggest factor is I can't spend enough time with them, I would really strongly consider not rehoming. The chances for you rehoming to another home, the chances of them getting pushed to another home after that are pretty high. Obviously, you could do your very best to vet the person that you're giving them to, but if they're not an experienced glider owner, more than likely they're going to run into the same issue that you're running into. Because people see them and they think, oh my gosh, they're so cute, I want one. And they bite off more than they can chew without realizing it. And maybe that's what's happened in your situation, and I totally understand that. Plus, I totally understand if there's extenuating circumstances. I'm not even talking about that. I'm not talking about if you have some major health issues or financial issues, unexpected. I mean, I'm not covering every situation. What I'm specifically addressing are those two main reasons for why you'd want to rehome. The not being able to spend time and the smell. Everything beyond that, I'm not even going to touch on that because I don't know your life and I don't know your situation. But those are the two main reasons that I see being given for why people are rehoming their gliders. And so I would just really strongly encourage you, watch some of the other videos on my page. Maybe the issue isn't really you don't have enough time, but you're just frustrated because you haven't been able to get to the next level of bond. I totally get that too. That was part of my issue. That's why as soon as I figured it out, I started sharing it with other people. I started building this YouTube channel because I thought, oh my gosh, I never got to the place where I was considering rehoming, but I was definitely discouraged. I thought, man, I really wanted to get to that level of bond that so many people have, and I'm just not getting there. And that's very discouraging. I totally get that. So anyway, I'm going to be done rambling. I hope that this is not misunderstood. I hope that you guys will take it for what it is. I'm not trying to be bossy. I'm not trying to be judgmental. I'm not judging anybody that rehomes their gliders. I'm not. I swear I'm not. I'm just speaking from the heart, sharing from my experience. I'm so glad that I didn't rehome. I mean, I didn't really get to a place where I was strongly considering it, but I could see where somebody could. I really could. So please watch that video about smell. I'll link a couple other videos about my cleaning routine also, because that might give you more information about that, because those two things are linked together oftentimes. Sometimes you're over cleaning the cage, and so then they're over marking the cage. And it's just a vicious cycle, which then becomes really overwhelming because then you're constantly cleaning, which actually is then feeding into the problem. So I'm going to link all of my cleaning videos also in the description box below. That's all I have to say. Now I'm going to show you some cute gliders. Please feel free to subscribe. Please comment below with any questions. Comment below if maybe you have a story that you could share with someone about maybe a season when you thought about rehoming and you didn't, or maybe you did rehome and how that situation went. I mean, not to say that can never work. It definitely can. Please feel free to comment below, subscribe, give it a like, share it with someone maybe, and have a great day. Okay, I'm back inside now, so I thought I'd show you the babies like I promised. The babies. There's Balky, Stella Luna, and Natiri. Say hi, YouTube. Hi, YouTube. Yes. Yes. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.